Still complaining as you were complaining.
I wouldn't say you're complaining.
What?
Tell Holly what you know about the Gills.
The Gills.
How they come to, Indian Point.
I don't know how they came to Indian Point any more than they were. I would assume that had to do with fishing.
Who else was over there other than the Gills?
But you had the Gills, the Jones, Humphreys, Coates, and farther down the shore was the Popes and Bob Diamond's people.
Oh, in
That was in
Bernard.
Bernard.
So what was the last family to live over there?
The last family lived on Indian Point was Fort Gill.
So the Gills were the last ones.
The last ones that lived there, yeah.
And Harry was born over there.
No, there's none of us, none of our family.
Oh.
Harry was born there. I don't know if you know the memorial ground down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's a road on the back, and on the other side of the road, there's a little house there, and that belonged to Harry Coates, and that's where Harry was born. But I was born right there.
Oh, okay.
Across the street?
Yeah.
And what year did they pull that out over there?
Oh, I don't know. They all, I can remember as a small boy, the houses were still there. Not all of them, but a nice few of them,
Okay.
There was a bunch of them, and there's pictures, a whole lot from there somewhere. I don't know where it's to now.
Oh, all the
Six
brothers.
eh?
Yeah, right. Okay. So who was the one in that? That was your grandfather.
My
right?
grandfather was Jacob Gill.
He was in that picture, right?
He was in that
There's
picture.
a picture of all
You've
cut
seen the
wood
picture.
and the names on. Yeah, but I got a copy of it, I think.
Yeah.
He was
And,
just
And Jake, and he's buried over there.
Yeah, him and his mother. He was married a few times. One of them didn't have any children. He was married. I believe the first time. I'm not sure of this now, but according to Zine Boone, he was married to Zine Boone's sister, and then he married a Jacobs. What was her name? Yeah, that's the Jacobs. Eh? They came up here from, as far as I know, they came up here from Philadelphia.
Why?
Well, that was back in the 1800s. So most people came to Newfoundland had to do with the fishery.
Oh.
And there was nothing else. Now, I don't know how she got here, but I would assume that back in them days, she could have been a slave. I don't know, but because she was dark,
Yeah.
so she could have been a slave.
That was his second wife.
No, that was the hell was her name? Dorcas.
Dorcas. Yeah.
Mary Dorcas, I think she was.
Okay.
It wasn't called Gill's Point.
Oh, okay.
That was just a name, a label on it from the
Locals.
Yeah, from the locals, eh?
Because of your
But a
family?
community-
Yeah, because there was a big family of Gills over there,
Oh, I see.
and see, they lived on Exploits Island before they came up
Are
here.
you sure about that? Because I checked the stuff out there. There's no Gill on that out there nowhere.
There's nobody buried it there, yeah. Well,
No.
see, there was a Gill looked after Mary March,
Yeah.
Shanadiddy. When she was in captivity, the Gill looked after her.
Yeah, well, she was in captivity out east.
No, they kept her down there for a while. She was out
Where?
St. John's, but then she developed TBs.
Way down here at out exploits me.
Yeah, as far as I know, that's where she died. Because this is where they got her, as far as I know. Because they had to shoot her husband in order to get her. It's a story that I heard now, because she had a small child.
That's Mary March?
Shanadiddy. It was Mary
Shanadiddy.
March they called it.
Yeah.
60 or something.
1760, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
And they came from Dorset, England.
Mm.
3 brothers, as far as I know. I'm only talking after somebody else.
Yeah.
And one fellow got off in White Bay, fellow in Notre Dame Bay, and the other fellow was out, I think it was Boniface Bay.
Oh, okay.
They never contacted one another after that. But the Gills is still on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But as for the other side,
I've met Gills from over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, they're all the same. It's all the same family, eh?
Yeah. And then all the ones in Botwood all came from there were 6 brothers, so that would have been the father of.
Yeah.
Which was who?
The father, I don't know.
I think John got it in a thing.
He might have it.
Yeah.
It's something done a lot of research on it.
So those 6 brothers, that's the ones that, is it 6 on the paper? On the picture? Yeah. So Jake, is it your grandfather on that picture?
Jake, yeah.
Grandfather, yeah. So that's not too far away. Yeah, and then Pop moved over up here.
Yeah.
Because he worked for the company. Was he born? He was born over there.
He was born over there, as far as I know. He came over. When he started over here working with. Well, I'm not sure now. I believe it's Strong. They had a shop here. And then he went to Cornerbrook when the mill was being built over there.
Right.
And his father died. And Trixie, that's his stepmother, she had 3 small children. Harvey, Doug, and Harold, Kitch we call him.
Yeah.
So he came back from Cornerbrook to assist in the bringing up of the family, I guess, you know.
So Pop's father died, which was Jake?
Jake, yeah.
Died where?
He died down there in the dock.
Oh.
He was, they had a jack ladder down there, but he used to bring the pulpwood in the jack ladder, and I suppose he had some in there, but anyway, he was foreman looking after it. And he had a heart attack and fell down in his boat. He was only 46 years old.
Oh, okay.
But he's after going to 3 women. I mean, that'll kill you anyway.
So at that time he was with Trixie, was it? He was with Trixie then at the time.
Yeah.
But she had 3 previous.
She had 3
children
for him, yeah.
Oh, for him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She came up here in the bay.
Yeah, but Pop and Kitch weren't
stepbrothers.
Yeah, well, she didn't have children.
No, she came up here as a teacher in Indian Point.
Okay.
They only had 2 that was for his second wife, I think. Trixie was the 3rd one when she had 3.
Okay, so who's the 2 in the middle?
The 2, well, one was like I say, one was a Boone, and the other one was Jacobs. That was the dark one.
Yeah, but do you have children?
Yeah, a father and he had a sister. She died.
Yeah, but was there another wife? Was there another wife?
Yes, there was another one. The first one, she didn't have any children.
Oh, okay. So then the last one was Trixie.
Yeah.
And she had Kitch and
Harvey.
And
Doug.
Yeah. Doug died first, right?
Yeah.
Well, you wasn't oldest.
He was the middle one, see?
Oh, he was the middle one.
Yeah.
What did he die of?
Kitch was the oldest. Harvey was the youngest. He was the last one to die.
Your father came back from Cornerbrook.
Yeah, he came back after his father died. See,
right. So he was the oldest.
To help up with the family.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But when his mother died, he wasn't very old apparently, because I think when 1 or 2 of the youngsters were born, the father lived in Fogle with Trixie's people for 1 summer.
Okay.
So again, that's all I know about that.
And then your mother, Nan, she was born and raised here?
Yeah, no, she was born in Northern Ireland.
Right. Now, it was her father that was on the Pendragon, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, he ended up with 3 children. Mother was the oldest. When he died, she was 4. And Aunt Beat was 2.
Right.
And Fred was, I don't know, a month or very, very young.
Okay.
Fred was.
So that's must be who you
That's the fellow we didn't find out about till just before he died or after he died.
Oh, okay.
So that must be who you were named after.
That's
Nan and Pop got together. He went over to Cornwall, come back, and because what happened? Nan's boyfriend died or something there, and
he was killed by a train.
Yes.
And father was. I suppose he was. I believe he was a brakeman on the train from Botwood to Grand Falls.
Oh, okay.
So he worked there for a while, and I think that's how we met her. Again, I don't know now. But this is what I've been there, and then and this is how they got together.
Yeah.
So then they got married, and she lived in Indian Point, so far as I know, for a little while. And when she got pregnant, and Harry was on the Anna Common,
yeah,
she moved over here to Coates, where Harry was born. Then after he was born, in the 30s, they moved up here, the house here.
In the 30s. So where'd that house come from? Did he build it, or did he move it there?
This house he lived in, he built that there. Eh?
Oh.
Bond Squires was supposed to own this area, so he wanted money, and this land was his, although he had no clear title to it. But anyway, he wanted $150, which I paid him for the land.
When you started working, you used to talk about water nipper. That's the first job you had, what?
First job I had, yeah. Yeah, I had that for 3 years.
Bringing water to the fellows in the wharf.
Yeah.
But wasn't there a pipe or a water stream underneath there?
Well, we used to.
Or is now, or?
Yeah, most of the water, we used to go into the spring underneath the shed.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I mean.
But I went there before that shed was built, the one that burned.
Yeah.
I was working there before that shed was built.
Right.
And I watched it being built all the time I was there. Right? So we'd go in the beach when the water was down.
Yeah.
And get the spring water for the boys aboard the boat.
Yeah.
Jeez, I remember one day
for the boys in the boat, or for the guys in the shed?
No, I was on the boat. I had the after part of the boat.
You took after the boat.
Usually there's 4 or 5 etch.
Yeah.
And somebody else was doing number 1 and 2.
Also, the crew on the boat, or the fellows on the land that was working in the boat, or what?
No, each hatch had their own crews.
Okay, so you'd take.
So I had nothing to do with the fellows on shore. This was all on the boat.
Okay.
Eh?
So they'd assign somebody to supply water to the fellows
that
working.
was my job, to keep the water to the 2 etches.
Okay.
On the after part of the boat.
And the company paid you
45 cents an hour.
a wage for that.
Yeah, 45 cents an hour, yeah. And there was one day, I had to come ashore now and get the water.
Yeah.
I carried 38 buckets in one day.
Oh my god.
Hot day.
And you drank all that? How many
Back
fellows
and
down
forth.
there?
Huh?
How many fellows be working in the hatch then?
Well, there'd be, I think there was something like, 13.
13.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of paper. And after hatches, starting off, they'd be in 2 sections because the propeller shaft would go through the center of the hatch.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that was,
You'd have a protection.
yeah, that was like a big tunnel, eh?
Yeah, like a big
So
protection.
then, I had to lower the water down on both sides.
Yeah.
The tunnel, and keep clear of
Crew.
the boom and that, eh?
Crew, yeah.
So I had the hardest part of it, and I did that for 3 years.
3 years.
After 3 years, I didn't get much work, and after that, I went up and tried farming.
Well, that's when you went to
I went up in Ontario,
Ontario.
Douglas, Ontario. Tried that. And
Douglas, Ontario, yeah.
that didn't work out too well.
You bunch of us left and jumped on the train, went up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. There was
it you and
30 out of us. There's,
Help
but I remember going up there, and when we got to Truro, we had to change trains.
Yeah.
And some fellows, I don't know where they were from, Bishops or Port of Ass. Anyway, 2 of them got on the train going to Halifax.
Yeah.
So we stayed on Truro.
Yeah.
And went on to Ontario. But the other fellow don't know what happened to them. They
Never don't know.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
Who do you know where it's about? With?
There was, let's see, now it was Melvin Agady, you wouldn't know him.
No.
Up there with Freem Stockley, you remember Freem Stockley? A bit of a hard nut. I went out and stayed with Freem up when I was up at one time.
Okay.
We was out having a few drinks, and it was closer to walk to his place, because I had 3 miles to walk.
Yeah.
So after having a few beers, I said, well, I'll go out and stay with you. So the next morning I got up and walked up to the farm, which now I had 4 miles to walk.
Mm.
So who went?
And they put us in a room where they lined the tables up for all hands. Eh? And they put us in a room just the same thing as you would cattle.
Yeah.
Farmers come in and
Pick
look
them.
around. Yeah, I'll take that fella. I'll take this fella. Or, you know,
And what did you have to do?
everything on the
What was-
farm.
what was your
Jeez,
job?
Yeah.
Did it feed you good?
Well, the first thing he gave me, believe it or not, he gave me a Simon saw, he called it. A goddamn big crosscut, you know, over. And he said, "Oh, geez, what did I use that?" He said, "Cut up firewood."
Oh my
Very
gosh.
good.
By
Very
yourself.
good. Looked at her. I said, you got a file? No. You didn't know that was no file. Larry, Jesus, I should have cut up with that. Anyway, he said, "There's the wood up there. You can cut it up, you know, this length and so on. And you had to put your foot on it now. You know, the left foot. It was, and only the wood arse was only about that high, eh?
Yeah.
Anyway, I tried that and I said, boy, you know, that's no good saw. Fucking wood. You got a buck saw? She said, a buck saw? What kind of a, what is it? What's it like? So then I had to, you know, find out, oh yes, he said, yeah. I said, I believe there's one of them around. So you went off and got that. Come back to you in the same state. He said, you got a file for this? What you see is what you got. Well, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I spent 3 days at that, sawing up wood.
What was all you wanted to stay, or that's all the work did?
Oh, well, I would like to stay, but boy, I didn't see no future because you did no indoor plumbing.
No, you're fine.
I had to go from here to the store to go to the shit house.
Yeah.
And he had one of these big iron pumps. You've seen the cast iron pumps, they were damn loud.
Yeah.
That's what was right by the side of the sink.
Yeah.
So, and we were living upstairs.
Yeah.
I come down the stairs now, like I said, I didn't go to the toilet. If I wanted to leak, I opened the door and let her go.
Yeah.
It'd be 2 or 3 in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we went to work 5 o'clock in the morning, and we usually worked till around 8:30. Yeah? And then if I had enough energy, I'd go in and change clothes and head for the road. I'd 3 miles out and grab one beer and a smoke and walk back.
A smoke.
A smoke. Well, I smoked back then. Eh?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how did you get back home? Did you get back on the train?
Oh yeah, well I earned enough money when I was there to buy a ticket, as long as I didn't eat.
What'd you do for work then?
Work? I don't know. I worked in. I went to Grand Falls. I worked up there for a summer, carting work,
All building houses.
building houses. We built
Alley Grove.
Ellie Grow, yeah, built 9 houses or something out there.
Yeah.
Then after that, what did I do after that? I now this I'm not sure of, but Harry Bartlett was a salesman with Ben, and he was also working timekeeping with the company.
Ben, what's Ben?
Ben Elliott, he had a
Oh.
dealership, and he was a salesman, and they were always looking for men, and I was a bit handy, like you are, you do anything.
Mm.
So between them, they decided that I was handy enough to have a job as a mechanic,
Okay.
helper, you know, or something like
Yeah.
that. So they interested and got me a job with Ben, so that's how I got with him.
Okay. And then you did.
And I was with him for 3 years until the place burned.
Okay. When did you do your course though?
After
At the beginning?
I left that, I went on the base, and then I decided to take the ICS course, which I did. It was supposed to be a 4-year course. I did it in 3. So I took that. I worked on the air base with Sil Humphreys.
That's who owned it?
Yeah, down there what Secretary got now.
Yeah.
So my work down there was all contract. No hourly work, all contract work.
Yeah.
And we was doing a hard job for Irving at the time, eh? So I got to know the Irving man, the stackhouse,
Yeah.
because I was doing a hard job down there, eh? So a fellow got broke his leg, I believe, with Irving somehow. And they offered me the job to replace him, which I grabbed because the money was a lot better, although it was only, I don't know, only $50 odd a week then.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went with them and I was with them for 12 years.
So you started under.
And then I went to Irving. I was there for 12 years.
Yeah.
And then I went into the service station business. I was there for 12 years.
Right.
And then I ended up in the store.
Right.
This was built in 57, 58. Yeah, I was on the base.
57.
Yeah, I bought it in 57, 58 I built it.
Right on. Okay. So you started
So
in
it's like
58.
66 years old. No, 62 years old right now. 60. So the house is like 62 years old. 61 years old, yeah.
So you built this in 50, started in 57, finished
50,
it,
yeah.
and then Bruce.
58 or 59.
And then Bruce. So where was the kitchen to first then?
The kitchen was there in the laundry room.
Oh.
The door there, see?
Oh.
Yeah.
That was the kitchen. Okay.
And this one was air. This was bigger. That wasn't there, right?
No.
So this was supposed to be our kitchen there. Kitchen and living room all as one. And that was the third bedroom right there, where the dining room is now.
Oh.
So we used that for a porch, because the first winter we was here, the bedroom you fellows, that was our cold storage. We had a moose in there all winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Hanging.
Hanging in there, yeah, and it never thawed.
Wow.
Yeah, and always had a wood stove in the basement.
Never had no basement then. This was all on wooden posts from this was piles that was pulled up where they done the job on the waterfront out there, and we took the piles and cut them up and used them for blocking under the house.
Oh, so what year did you put the basement under?
Jesus, I don't know.
So it was here quite a while before you put a basement under.
I was here for a nice while, yeah. Tuesday about winter time, you know. And
so you build on into piles, then you put the basement under,
yeah,
and then you build on the room or the kitchen.
Kitchen, yeah.
Too bad you didn't think about the kitchen first, and then you put the basement under. It all works.
Well, when I built this house that year, I made less than $10,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even think that. You're just building a basic house.
Yeah.
Right?
Back then, see, when I worked with the company, I was only getting 45 cents an hour.
Yeah.
When I started with Irving, I was getting less than $60 a week with Irving.
Put it on at the mill.
I bought it, lumber, most of the lumber, from, what the hell was his name? Art Coles, Pine Bay.
Oh.
$45 a thousand. And I don't remember how I got it up here, but that's how I bought it for. And after a while, I was buying almost every payday. I'd buy so much.
Yeah. And
Kelly Aiken, he had the bill, and he wanted me to go down and take what I wanted. And he said, "Pay me when you can." I said, "No, fuck away. When I tax it, if I haven't got the money to pay for it, I'm not having it."
Yeah.
Oh, that's that's when he had the mill.
He had the mill downstairs by the government wharf.
Down there where the asphalt stuff is too.
Oh, okay.
So when I get the money to spare, I go down and buy the lumber.
Okay.
And come up and put it up or put it down or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Tuck it away.
Worked like a dog.
Every
Every day was the same. Worked like a slave.
Did somebody help you build the house?
I had a little help, but not a big lot. Kim Mangan over there, he helped me put down the foundation, and Ralph Curtis there, we built that chimney. It was 20 below when we built that chimney.
And that was only after you put the basement in, though.
No, he was on the floor.
Oh.
But no, I had to cut the floor after I put in the basement. I had to cut the floor and build the chimney up to meet that one. That was a bit tricky, but
yeah. I was gonna say, how'd you do that? How'd you get the floor out between, and how'd you?
Cut now. What I had to do is I had to take a brick out on each side, 2 bricks, and put a shaft, I believe railway iron or something they used,
And holding up.
and took the way to the chimney, and then I built the others, cut out the floor, then I built the other chimney up beneath.
Yeah.
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 All to it.
Yeah.